Hello and welcome to episode 217. Right, for this video I am on the Linear Fisheries complex and behind me is Hunt's Corner. Left the house this morning, didn't really know where I was going to go. I had a few venues in mind where I might go for this session. I had Linear Fisheries, Farlow's kind of Bluebell, maybe Willow Park Fishery as options, but basically I just kind of left the house, started driving, and I ended up here at Linear Fisheries. So as I said, I'm on Hunt's Corner and this is peg 4. It's quite busy here. There's only 2 pegs that was free, this one and peg 9, which is sort of opposite and a bit to my left, but I'm happy with this peg. I've fished this one before. But I'm going to hurry up and get set up, guys, because I've only literally just rocked up, not fishing yet, and there's a few rumbles of thunder in the air, so I reckon we might be in for a bit of a downpour. Just before I got the camera out low, I did see a few fish bosh out behind me, so that is a good sign. But then chatting to the guys in peg 3 when I was rolling down here with me kit, he said the guy who packed up here from this morning didn't have anything out of this peg, so so the last guy blanked, but I have seen fish. So right, anyway, as I said, need to crack on because everything's still on the barrow and on the floor around me, so let's go fishing. And no sooner than I've filmed the intro, the heavens have opened. I think it's going to be a wet setup, guys. Right guys, that's it. We are now fishing. It's quite warm, quite muggy. That bit of rain we had didn't really clear the air, but the rods are out and we are fishing. I'm not really fishing properly yet. I'll spend the rest of my session just to get fishing quickly. Basically I just chucked out some PVA bag solids that I already had tied up in the general direction and range that I've seen some fish boshing out already. So we are fishing, but what I'll do probably in a few hours time is bring the rods in and then have a feel round with a marker rod, feel if the spots that I kind of know out there are still there, make sure they haven't weeded up or anything, and then later on I'll probably fish on the kind of the known gravel bar out there. I'll knock up a bit of bait as well in a little while. Like I said, just for now I'll just fish on the solids, see how I get on without any bait going out. But yeah, so we are fishing, and then you know, we'll see if the PVA bags can do their magic on their own without any extra bait going out. But yeah, we are fishing, that's the main thing. Time to relax and sort out the base camp now because it's a bit of a mess. So I'm going to knock up some spod mix now, guys. It's going to be a kind of a typical kind of Linear Fisheries type spod mix where it's all about keeping everything kind of small and, you know, so the fish can just come in and graze and nitpick at little bits and pieces, which is kind of like normal linear style spod mix. So I'm going to start off with some hemp. This is actually from Angling Direct, their kind of own brand Advanta coconut hemp. So I'm going to put about half of that tub as a kind of as a base into my, which is, that probably was about half to be fair. So next thing, good old Jolly Green Giant. Only bought this morning. It's still partly frozen. God, I can't even open it. Probably would have been an idea to pre-open it before I started filming, wouldn't it, guys? Right. Oh, that's going to go in. It's just started raining again. Boilies, 12 millers. Probably got just over a kilo here. So it's probably about 1.5 kilos in. So let's put about 3/4 kilo in. They're only 12 millers. Again, it's keeping it all kind of, you know, little bits and pieces. And then some pellets, guys. The Hinders flats. I actually had to buy these. Hinders don't actually make the flats pellets anymore. But last week when I was down at Tobber Manor during the YouTube Blogger Social, the Tobber Manor shop had a couple of packs of these left on the shelf, so I thought, I'm having them. So, I mean, it's only a small bag, 700-gram bag, which is what, again, 3/4 kilo. Just stick all that in, eh? And then my final ingredient, just a little bit of oil. This is the beaten arna oil from Hinders. So, there we go, put about half that bottle in, just to give all the spod mix a nice little coating of that oil. And there we go, guys, one linear type spod mix. Again, what's that? 4 ingredients: hemp, corn, boilies, small pellets. 5 ingredients if you count the oil. Alright, so I'll put some out later on when I feel the time is right. And then if I do use that all up, I've got pretty much the same again. So I've got a bit more hemp, bit more boilie. I've got another packet of sweet corn and another packet of pellet in my bivvy as well. So I can make about the same up again if I want to put more out. Right then, I'm just going to let that kind of sit now, let all the oil soak into everything. Probably put the camera away actually, because it's starting to rain. Safe to say it's raining, guys. Funny thing is though, we've got absolutely glorious sunshine. It's absolutely lashing it down. Alright guys, so I've already been having a little bit of a chuck around with the marker rod. As you can see, the rods are in now. It's a bit later in the day than what I would have preferred to start doing this, but well, when I showed you that rain we had earlier on, it didn't stop, it carried on, and it's only just kind of, the weather's just kind of broke now, so wound the rods in and doing me marking up now. So as I said, I've already been doing a little bit of marking up, and I remembered a gravel bar being about halfway, but I could feel it. There it is. It's just not as prominent as what I used to remember it as. So I've got a feeling it's maybe silted up a little bit. It's still there, but I remember it being really kind of. Now it's more of just a. So, right, we'll pull that back one more time to find where it is. I've already got my next rigs ready to go. I've got 2 solid bags already tied up, and then I'm going to do a Ronnie rig on the 3rd rod. On the 3rd rod I'm going to fish that as a single, not over any bait, you know, just to try and kind of split me techniques, and I'll chuck that one a little bit further as well to the area that I saw fish boshing out when I first turned up here earlier on. And then I'll fish the solid bags on a spot and then get some bait over it in a minute when I've found that gravel bar. Like I say, it's taken a little bit of work. It definitely feels like it's silted up a little bit compared to what I remember. But it is there, just about. Got it. Got it. The gravel bar is definitely on a specific tree, right? Right, the gravel bar is definitely aiming at a particular tree. From this, it still looks about halfway from what I remember-ish. But, right. We'll get that clipped up, find the range. It should still be in the region of about 11.5 wraps, if I remember right, 11.5, 12 wraps, something like that. Right, let's get it baited up. Oh, you bastard! Hi guys, that is it. We are now fishing more what I would call properly now. So, barring one small disaster of that crack off, not exactly sure what happened there, but yeah, had a crack off, happens to us all. But luckily enough I had another rig ready to go, so and when I re-wrapped it, It must have snapped at the knot of the leader because there was virtually no line lost, which is a kind of a bonus, if you want to call it a bonus, to a crack off. So yeah, left hand rod has gone 18 and a half wraps to almost the other side, to kind of like this kind of tall tree peak here. And then, as you've just seen, still on the solid bags, middle and right hand rods, just over 9 wraps to kind of middle-ish area of the lake. Fishing over bait now, as we've seen, so yeah, so well, the middle and right hand rods are fishing over bait. That left hand rod to almost the other side is just fishing as a single. But yeah, that's where I saw fish showing earlier on when I first rocked up, so unless anything makes me need to change that one, I'll leave it there for a while. Right, now we're fishing properly, I can relax a bit now. Probably good timing, rain's just starting to come back. Hey guys, I'm just about to get my head down for the night. It is 11 o'clock. So not a lot has happened since the rods went out, or when I redone them. So not a lot. I had a bit of a liner on my right hand rod. Yeah, just the fish letting me know that they're in the area, I guess. And I know they're still in the area because every now and again you can hear one launch itself out the water and make a big old splash. Yeah, feeling a bit tired now, so gonna get my head down and then hopefully I can get woken up again in the night. Right, so I'll probably see you in the morning, guys. Come on. There you go, guys, first fish. Hasn't quite made the 20 mark, 18 pounds, 8 ounces. But middle rod, gonna be a bit of a fight. I thought it was a bit tenchy to begin with, but then she kind of like made herself a bit more known on the end of my rod and put up a bit more of a fight. But yeah, nice upper double to kickstart the session. Like I said, middle rod on a solid PV bag, and in that solid bag I'm using a single piece of imitation sweet corn. Of course, it's been glugged in Hinder's beetle-in. Yeah, 9 wraps out. So yeah, good little start to the session. Right, hopefully it can continue. Good morning, guys. And yeah, that's good to have the blank out the way. Well, fish probably wasn't gonna win any awards for its looks, or you know, it's definitely not gonna win any beauty pageants. Well, wasn't exactly a looker, but it's a fish, and it means the blank's out the way, and it's something we can build on. So it's a start. So now I know that I've caught over bait. So yesterday, what did I put out? About 6 spawns on each rod that I baited over. So not a lot of bait. I only use a midi spawn, so you know, not a great deal of bait. And standing here this morning before I started the camera rolling, I've seen a lot of bobbling at about the range I've put that bait as well, and where I'm fishing. So so there's definitely more fish out there to be had. So I won't put any more bait in yet. It's only just gone 8 o'clock in the morning, so as I've said it in previous videos, especially the Merrington video, don't bait up first thing in the morning. It's just a kiss of death. You're going to kill your swim, I think, if you start baiting up first thing in the morning. It's still bite time, so like I see it now, there's definitely feeding fish over my right hand area anyway, so and I've seen a couple of fish boshing out as well this morning, so yeah, I don't know if you can actually see the bobbling and the fizzing from here, but there's definitely fish out there feeding. So once it gets to around sort of midday, gone midday, I'll put a bit more bait out. Now I've had a fish, and now I can see feeding fish, I'll probably put a bit more out, maybe 10 midi spawns per rod. And the rod I put long, I'm thinking if that doesn't do anything, by the time it's time to, you know, refresh the baits, I might bring that in back up to the baited area. But anyway, first things first, let's sort this thing out. Just had a bit of a bleep on the left hand rod, kind of went up, went down, and it's going up again, so we'll hit that. Oh, it's going on a nice run. So far it's feeling a lot better than the fish I had last night. Right, and here we go guys, fish number 2. This one's a lot nicer than last night's fish in both looks and weight. Only just in weight, 20 pound on the nose. This was on the left hand rod, the rod that I've chucked long. So this morning I was saying it hadn't even done a bleep. I think I might keep it over there now. How nice is that fish? Nice and dark, nice golden scales. Cracking little fish. Awesome, well happy. Alright, let's get a few pictures, get her back. And guys, so I'm just getting some more PVA bags tied up. But just thought I'd show you how I caught the first fish last night. So nothing complicated whatsoever. So that is the rig in its entirety guys. 2.5 ounce inline lead for a solid bag setup. This lead is mounted on a Gemini tidy stem, 3 inches of supple braid, size 6 hook, and a single grain of imitation sweet corn. Of course, all my imitation corn is permanently glugging in the Hinders beetle-in. And then, as I said, once that's done, all that will go into a solid PVA bag. So when I'm preparing my yellow rigs later on, then we'll show you later on how I caught fish number 2. Hi guys, the time is kind of just after 1 o'clock, but half 1. It's that kind of, you know, that time of day where the sun's high in the sky, the fish normally tend to bite less. We've had fish now this morning, so it's time to put some more bait out. Because we've now had fish and seen fish feeding in the area, I'm going to put a little bit more out than yesterday. So I think still going to only bait up the 2 areas, middle rod, right rod, but we'll do about 10 midi spawns per rod now as opposed to the 6 I done yesterday. Right, I'm going to crack on with that guys. Just one thing, if any of you have never been to linear fisheries before, one of the rules that they have on spomming, you must have the spom float. So make sure you get one on your spom if you haven't already. Keeps everything nice and safe, and if you do lose one, keeps them floating and they can drift into the margins and not sink and potentially snag up other anglers' lines. Good evening guys, and it's time to start doing something a bit active with the rod. So obviously the middle rod done a fish last night, that hasn't been touched since. Right, left hand rod done a fish lunchtime today, so that hasn't been touched since. Right hand rod hasn't done anything since it went out yesterday, and that hasn't been touched yet, so we're sort of going into evening time now, so it's time to wind them all in and put some fresh bags on the 2 rods that I'm fishing the bags, and put a fresh hook bait on the left hand rod that I'm chucking long on the Ronnie rig. Right guys, so that is all 3 rods now out going into the second night. So I've stuck with the same strategy. Not easy for me to say when I've got a lisp, but yeah, so same as I done yesterday. Right and middle rod are up the 9 wrap spot where I've been baiting up, and left hand rod 18.5 wraps. So that's it, we're fishing for the night. Obviously all fresh hook baits out now, fresh attraction with the PVA bags, so hopefully fish number 3 will follow along shortly. Right then guys, so just about getting my head down for the night. It's just coming up to midnight, but half hour ago I just lost the fish. Middle rod, nice steady take, lifted into it, felt it on, but within sort of a couple of pullbacks of the rod it had bumped off, so I've just put it down to a sort of a not very good hookup. So the chance at fish number 3 has come and gone. Hey ho, that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, as I said, it is coming up to midnight, so time to get my head down. Hopefully fish number 3 landed, will come in the night. Oh, good morning guys. As you can probably see and hear, it's raining this morning. Didn't have any more action last night after that lost fish. Had a few liners. Just had a bit of a bleep on the middle rod just now as well actually. But, yeah, there's plenty of fish out there. I've seen loads of fish boshing. Oh, that's good timing. good fight. Number 3. Hey guys, I'm having to film this from the inside of my bivvy because it's still lashing it down. But I don't care because fish number 3 has finally graced the net. And biggest fish yet, guys. How about that one? No wonder she put up a good fight. 26 pounds 2 ounces. Middle rod again. That's on a fish in a solid bag. Single piece of fake sweet corn. Glugged in the old Hinder's beetle. Good old faithful bait that is. Haven't used that for a long time and it's doing the trick again. Having a cracking session now. 3 fish on the bank, 1 loss. That happens. Let's have a look at the other side. Kind of typical kind of Hunt's Corner. Kind of quite dark across the back fish. Here we go, guys. Don't think she wanted to show you this side, but it's actually the better looking side, I think. Right, quick few pictures and then we'll get her back. But well happy now. I've had a few fish on the bank, especially after a loss. Right guys, so it is still raining and the fish are still coming. Fish number 4 on the right hand rod this time, so now all 3 rods have now done a fish. My first comment of the session, the light don't look very good because obviously I'm having to film inside the bivvy with the rain, but 20 pounds 5 ounces. And again, that PVA bag rig with a single bit of fake corn plugged in Hinder's beetle is doing the trick. So now I've had 3 fish off of that 9 wrap spot. I think I'm going to bring that left rod in, even though it's done a fish. You know, the rod at 18.5 wraps, it's done a fish over there, but the fish seem to be mid-water. So when this rod goes back out, I'm going to wind in that 3rd rod and put all 3 rods at that 9 wrap range, I think, because that's definitely doing the fish now, I think. Right, let's get a few pickies and get her back. See if we can get number 5. Yeah. Right guys, bit of a break in the weather, so while there's a break in the weather, I'm going to put some more spod out. Obviously we've had more fish now, so it's safe to say it's okay to put some more spod out. The rod that was fishing 18 wraps, I said I was going to move it to 9 wraps where the other fish should have been coming from. That has now moved, so all 3 rods are now fishing at that 9 wrap range. So especially the left rod I need to spot over, because that area's got no bait at the moment. So we'll get a bit of bait over that left hand rod and then top up the other 2 rods as well. Right, let's crack on. Right guys, I'm going to crack on with this. Like I say, I especially want to bait up the left hand rod, so that's probably going to have about 10 midi spoms. And then I'll probably top up the other 2 rods with about 6 each. Right, I'm going to crack on before the rain comes back in. I'll catch you later, hopefully with fish number 5. Right guys, so we are going into the 3rd night now. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening, and I've actually been resting me swim for a couple of hours. So you know, you normally expect a bit of a lull in action sometimes after you've been spodding like I did earlier on. Those swans. And yeah, so it did go a bit quiet after I'd spotted earlier on, as I kind of half expected it would. So I thought, what I'll do, I'll rest me swim, maybe let the fish drift back in and have a kind of a free munch while there's no lines in the water. Some friends of mine are currently fishing Oxley, so I went and had a bimble on up there and said hello to them. But anyway, it is evening time to put the rods back out. And well, if no more fish come along, this could be potentially the last casts of my session. Oh, there are still fish showing as well out there, so there is time to get more fish. Right, that's it then guys, all 3 rods are now out for the final night. Like I say, we're averaging 2 fish per 24 hours, so if I can get another 2 fish by pack up time tomorrow, that'd be nice. But yeah, I'm happy with what I've caught so far, but if I can catch 1 more, that will equal my sort of best I've done on Hunt's Corner in previous years. 5 fish is my best I've caught in one session on here, so if I can equal that or beat it, even better. But, you know, I'm happy with what I've caught so far. Right, that's the rod sorted for tonight. Time to sort me out for the night now. Right guys, we have fish number 5. It's almost dark now, but we haven't fished number 5 on the bank, so I've now equalled my best ever session here on Hunt's Corner. Right, there we go guys, 19.5 £, nice linear from linear. So how about that? Size don't matter when they look like this, eh? Alright, let's see if you'll be good enough to have a look at the other side. There we go. Cracking little... Nope. Oh, you don't want to play, do you? Just have a quick look at that side and then we'll get you back. There we go guys. So, 19.5 £. Having a really good session now. Still the old fake corn in the PV bag doing a trick. Magic. Oh. Right, let's get you back now. Right, and guys, I have got that number 6 fish I was after. Another good one. Second common of the session. How about that for a fish? 25.6. Put up a really good fight this one. Certainly let me know it was on the end of the line. So have a look at this side. I think this side's got a slightly better looking side. Oh no, it hasn't actually. That first side is a slightly better looking side. A little bit of old scale damage on this side, but there we go guys. What do you reckon to that? Fish number 6. I think you know the rig and bait by now, but having an epic session. 6 fish, 4 of them being 20s. And this was on the rod that I moved from the 18.5 wrap spot onto that 9 wrap spot where I've been baiting at, so just goes to show that move was warranted. Yes. Right guys, that is it for me. I'm more or less packed up now. Rods are still out, but everything else behind the camera is away now. So as soon as I finish this piece, it is over for me. I've had a really epic session. I'd have been happy just not to blank on Hunt's Corner. This is by no means a runs water, but you know, because I'm so good, I've made it look like a runs water. But yeah, 6 fish from 7 runs. I'm really happy with that, guys. I think the key to this session basically has been keeping that bait going in. Just keep the fish mooching around on them areas that I've been fishing, matching the hatch with a fake corn, and it's absolutely worked wonders. Anyway, one of my mates has just turned up and going to take over my swim. You might recognise him, guys.
Hello!
Oh, Matty from Carpy Madness just turned up. He's jumping in this swim now, so
hopefully I can have a few.
yeah, so I've told him the spots, told him, you know, where to fish, how to fish.
Baited it up for me.
Yeah, so if you want to see if Matty carries on the the good one I've had, you'll have to watch Matty's next vlog. So
Hopefully I have a few.
yeah.
Copy exactly what you're doing.
Right guys, anyway, thanks for watching this video. It's been an epic one, bit of a red letter session, so I'm happy with that. So, till next time, well, I'm meeting up with Mafty at Clearwater Fisheries next week. Tight lines. And good luck with your session, mate.
Good luck, mate. Well done.
Alright, toodaloo.
Bye.